About a month ago, I decided I wanted to start backpacking, but I had a bit of a problem. I did not have any gear, and I'm a beginner and I don't know much about backpacking at all. So for the last couple of weeks, I decided that I was going to start getting into some pretty serious research and figure out exactly what I needed for my first real solo backpacking trip. My name is Mitch, and I started backpacking because I really wanted to get outside and get away from all of the headache of staring at a screen and constantly being overwhelmed with social media, being in a corporate lifestyle, and not having a very good work-life balance. And I also just needed a really strong reset in life. So I started backpacking, and it has been incredibly important to me to consistently keep that up, and I wanted to learn it along with you guys in this channel. So, now that we've got that out of the way, my strategy has been pretty simple. I wanted to find things that were super cheap, super effective, and pretty easy to find. Certainly there are problems with my budget versus the quality of gear that is available, as well as finding some trusted brands that genuinely either provided a great deal or I was just willing to fork over the cash for it. Either way, I really tried to avoid all of the expensive gear that I can because I know that it can be very overwhelming to be the ultralight backpacker that we all want to be at the end of the day. But let's go ahead and get right to it. This is my sleep system. Everything that you're going to see here is what I found after doing a ton of research from many YouTubers and long hours watching plenty of them. So we'll go ahead and start with the sleeping bag and then move our way down to what else I've covered. Now, this is the Kelty Cosmic Down 20, and it is a guaranteed recommendation from just about every YouTuber you've ever heard of. It's an absolutely fantastic sleeping bag, and I would also highly recommend it. I'm super excited to try it. However, this is one of the more expensive items that I've had to purchase with this entire kit for backpacking in general, but I guarantee you it is highly worth it because it is life-saving and it can save you some massive discomfort. Next up, we have the Wise Owl Snoozy. This is an absolutely fantastic pillow that is a must, in my opinion. Now, the reason that I went with this pillow is because it fits perfectly in my Kelty sleeping bag. It's super duper soft, super plush, feels really nice on the face, and it's really nice looking too. It's a fantastically beautiful pillow, and it is $27 on Amazon as of the recording of this video. So next up, we have the REI Co-op Traverse AirPad. Now, this has not been reviewed by anybody that I've seen thus far, and I'm super excited to give this a shot. And the reason that I gave this one a go is because it has a verified 4.3 R value on this very nice pad. It's super thick, it's incredibly comfortable. We'll be talking a lot about this pad later. Last but not least, this is one that I have not seen on YouTube either, and I was very happy to purchase it because this came out to a whopping $20. It is the Ettenwolf air pump. We'll go ahead and have a look at it right now. It is a little bit loud and it does have a high-pitched noise, but you are paying $20 for an air pump that is not only a battery for your phone, it will charge your phone for you with this little battery plug right here, as you can see. It is also a vacuum, and it's a camp light, and it works quite well. It has a few different modes. You can go strobe, or it will do SOS as a safety tool as well, which is super awesome. Yeah, I would highly recommend this. I've tested this out as well, and it blows up my Traverse in under 15 seconds, which is pretty impressive. And this also comes with rubber nozzle, a fat nozzle, a thin nozzle for blowing up things like footballs and all of that. It is, however, extremely loud, and I'm gonna go ahead and play that for you just a little bit here. Yeah, it's loud, but it was 20 bucks, so I can't really argue with that. And that was my sleep system. Now, let's go ahead and cover some of the tools that I'll be bringing along with me as well, not only for survival, but just for handiness and being able to be in a tough situation and get out of it quickly. Here we have my very first Leatherman Wave. It is by far the best pair of pliers slash multi-tool you are ever going to find. and they are my best friend. I love these and I will carry these for the rest of my life. Next up, this is my SOG Tac XR. This is a fantastic pocket knife that I have had for years and years, and SOG makes a knife for super cheap. It's great for cooking because it's a nice big sweeping blade, and it is also really, really lightweight. Next up, in terms of tools, we have my utility bag, and this comes with me wherever I go in my Vertex bag. I have quite a few different things that I like to bring. We have another multi-tool. It's called the Gerber Multiplier. It has a much less extravagant set of bits, but it's also super lightweight. Next up, we have my mini Knipex or Knipex pliers, depending on where you're from. These are the best. They look small, but they pack a very hefty package. Next up, I have a little pry tool. This is from 511, and it's got you know, a little bit of extra kit. It's got a bottle opener. It's got a little pry bar. It's, you know, it's a little fun knickknack that I like to bring with me on my little camping trips and things like that. Next up, in terms of tools, this is probably one of the most important tools that I carry with me all the time, and it is my Work Sharp sharpener. This thing is amazing. It weighs absolutely nothing. It has a diamond stone on one side and then a ceramic hone on the other, so you can get all of the knives that you have ultra sharp with absolutely no carry weight whatsoever. This thing is amazing. I love it. Last but not least, gotta have yourself a carbon fiber comb if you have a mustache like I do. I love this comb. It's super awesome. It's carbon fiber. It weighs nothing. It has this fun little fidget. It's great. And that's all the tools that I carry. Let's go ahead and move on to the lights that I have. Now, these lights are specific for one reason. One of them is an IR light that I have carried since my days in the Air Force. The other one is the Nightcore NU20 Classic. I went with the ultralight version because honestly, it doesn't really cost that much. Man, this thing is so bright, it will blow your mind. And I love the adjustability of it, but it has 3 brightness modes, and it is USB-C rechargeable. I use this all the time when I'm working on my car or otherwise, and it has never failed me. It is waterproof. It is just a great all-around choice. I think they're 25 bucks on Amazon. I highly recommend picking one up if you don't have one already. Last but not least, we have the Gerber Streamlight. This is such a cool light, and I've carried it forever on my chest strap as well as on my hat. This starts with a white mode, and it's got several different modes for that. You can just hold it down and it goes brighter and brighter and brighter. With this little dial right here, you can actually set this to a blue light. You can go with a red light or an IR light, which is something that you guys probably won't be able to see. So let's go ahead and move on. Now, I'm gonna cover safety and a couple of other items together because really I think they should all come in kind of the same kit, right? So I have my cook kit that I'm still building out, and I would love for you to come along with me on that, but I have chosen a burner in particular that I think you guys would absolutely love. This is the AO2 Mini. It's 11 bucks and it weighs practically nothing. The coolest part is, check this out. It just folds right up, just like that. You just store it away in this little orange box that it comes with right here. And that goes in there just like that with a little lid. I've also got the MSR Isoprobe fuel. This is just at my local REI. It's nothing special. I just keep that in there with my kit. I also carry with me the Sawyer Mini. I decided to pick this up because REI had a sale and they were doing a 2-pack for literally 38 bucks. That is dirt cheap for a lot of filtered water that I don't have to carry with me. This is an absolute must. If you do go backpacking, I highly recommend you bring basically infinite water depending on where you're going. Next up, I picked up a very cheapo Amazon kit. I'll have the link in the description below, but this is a Amazon med kit. And this comes with basically everything you need to treat a bleed or a blister or, you know, anything in between those. This is gonna have you covered, and it's a fantastic kit. It's got gauze, it has bandages, and it was $9. So it's really not that complicated. Just make sure that you have a good understanding of your medical needs, depending on how long you're going out for camping. I don't plan on being out more than 2 days at the very longest until I'm a little bit more seasoned, and you guys are gonna watch me deal with that. Last but not least, we have the trowel. This thing is an almighty savior whenever it comes to building out a cat hole and making sure that you bury what you leave behind. Depending on where you go, this is mandatory. So it's very important that you have a good one, and I highly recommend this one that I got from Amazon. I'm also going to be bringing with me some Dude Wipes. I gotta shout out Dude Wipes. I'm not sponsored, but those guys are fantastic at making an ultralight, very comfortable wipe that is also something that will cover the scent a little bit of what you leave behind. So, highly recommend this. I love the color. Let's go ahead and move on to the next part. Next up, we're gonna be talking about these guys. I'm gonna go ahead and start out with the Ascend backpacking chair. I'll put the weight up here on the screen, but the Ascend chair that I found at Cabela's on sale for 50 bucks. I bought 2 of them. Literally weighs nothing. It's fantastic. It hangs off the back of my backpack and I can hold it up like, dude, pinky, no problem. It's a beautiful chair. It assembles in like 2 seconds. Let's go ahead and show you guys that real quick. And there you have it. By the magic of movie editing, this looks really easy to put together, I promise you. It is so unbelievably light. This is like the lightest chair I've ever owned. It's dope as hell. Love this chair. Let's go ahead and move on to the tent. Now, for obvious reasons, I'm not gonna be reviewing this tent today, but this I have assembled, and it is a wonderful, wonderful tent. This is the Nature Hike Mongar 2, and this is a fantastic 2-person tent. It's ultra lightweight. It has a treated nylon D20 nylon. It's very, very good ripstop nylon, fantastic stuff. It's ultralight. It has amazing quality, honestly. I'm very impressed with Nature Hike's capabilities with this tent in particular, and I'm super excited to test it out backpacking. So this is the tent that I went with. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Another banger from Nature Hike. This is the Nature Hike 65-liter ultralight backpack. This backpack is $100, and it is the cheapest, best backpack that I could find for my body size. I know that there are plenty of people that will tell you that this thing is probably too big for you, or too long, or too small, or however that is. I would recommend for $100, you give it a shot, because this is the lightest, cheapest backpack I have been able to find, honestly. It's very beautiful. It is a very nice backpack. I'm gonna give you guys my opinion of this backpack once I've had a chance to test it. But this is the one that I've chosen to go with, and I will do a full review of it once I am finished testing it out. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That's everything I've gotten so far. There are a few odds and ends that I haven't reviewed here in this video for particular reasons, but I can tell you for sure, this is definitely going to be an awesome series that you guys should hang around. Subscribe, like, share, follow, all that stuff. Leave a comment. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Have a great day. Peace.